Hi everybody, Gail here. Hope y'all are doing well. I'm doing pretty good, and I'm here to share another tall skinny journal with you. This is my angel journal, and I had such a lovely time putting this together. I hope you like it. I got my trusty water bottle right here, and I'm ready to do this flip through. So let's go ahead and get started. Can you see all the sparklies? I love this. It's actually a button. It's not vintage, it's new. I'm pretty sure I got it at Hobby Lobby. And there's some sparkle here, and there's a little bit of gold here. So this journal is the usual, about 11 by 4, give or take, quarter-inch here and there. I don't remember how many I think, let's see, I think there's 21. I think there's like 80 some pages in this journal. I will count the pages after the video, and I will put it in the description box below. I had counted them a few days ago, but that was a few days ago, and I don't remember a few days ago very much. So I've used two main kits. I've used Paper Cameo. I've used her Angelica 1 and 2, and the Divinity Pink Journal, and the Divinity Pink 2, and then Raindrop Lila. I've used Lydia's Angel Ephemera, her Angel Tall Backgrounds, and her Antique Documents. I've got some quotes that I've used from Mrs. Cog, and I think I've got maybe a couple images from Graphics Fairy. This one I made smaller, and it is from Graphics Fairy. There may be, or there may not be, one or two things in here from Ruby and Pearl and Sam Poole. I'm very sorry, I can't remember because I lost my list. I've looked all over, I can't find it. So I'm not sure. I know I wrote them down, but then that doesn't always mean that I actually used them. When I print them out, I write down the names. Anyway, let's get through this journal because she's so pretty. There is some gold ribbon on the binding. It is a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, and this beautiful angel figure with the, this is some glitter cardstock, and what I like about this, it's glitter that doesn't come off on your hands. And then I showed you this. This is just a really pretty piece of goldy bronzy lace, and then I had some gold, like matte gold cardstock that I I embossed, and then put that under this image here. The journal itself is made, the cover is made with manila file folder, and then I covered it with fabric inside and out to give it more strength. And this front cover, while there is fabric over it, on top of that fabric I put this gorgeous gold paper. I ordered some from a shop on Etsy, and I do apologize, I don't remember their name right now, but I will try and remember to put the Etsy store I got it from in the description below. There is seam binding is for the closure. What I did with this button is I didn't attach it permanently. I just kind of tied it on and then wove it through the holes that were in the button, so it can be removable if someone wants to. The back, this is the fabric that I've covered the whole outside with that you can't see on the front cover. And then some more of that pretty kind of gold bronzy lace that I just love. And I think I got that at Hobby Lobby too. So let's go ahead. Oh, it is just one signature. I do have some lace on the edges. For this one, I didn't put a lot of pockets or tuck spots in this. I actually tried really hard not to over decorate or even decorate too much. Here's the seam binding. You can see it's very long, and the button you can see back here, I tied it to the shank. I don't know if you can see it. I tied it to the shank, and then I thread it through I hope that's not blurry. I threaded through the holes. But anyway, I didn't decorate a lot because I felt like it's such a beautiful theme, angels, and I feel like angels are personal to every person. So I wanted this to be a journal that whoever gets it can decorate it. And I have a bag full of goodies to send along with this journal, and I'll try to remember to show them to you at the end of the video. Let me put them where I can see them. But there's a bag of goodies. Let's see. Let me put them. Maybe I'll see them over there. So when you open the journal, you can kind of see the structure of the file folder right here. And I covered it in a beautiful pale pink paper that has some rose gold splatters, if you can see the shimmer. And then I had this beautiful gold trim that I laid down as a pocket or a tuck. And then the few pockets and tuck spots that are in here, most of them have some kind of journaling card, and of course those can also, you know, be shaped into tags. On this one, on the back, I just did a little flip with some vintage lined ledger paper, so it's a little place to journal, and I tucked that right there. And then I did this tall tag or journal card. Hope you can see the embossing up here. And then this beautiful image. There's some more of that gold paper. So I just did a collage on this tag and stuck it into this pocket. This beautiful image, I love this. This is from Nicola at Paper Cameo. And I have this like shimmery, I'm not sure what you call it. It's a shimmery sheer fabric. And I was going to make a pocket out of it. And I had laid it just on my work table, and it happened to lay over her face, and I thought, oh, I'd rather it be there than be as a pocket. So there is this over the image. I suppose it is attached on 3 sides. I suppose you could put something in there if you wanted, but I wouldn't want to cover her beautiful face. I just thought that with the shimmer and everything, it looked really pretty. There's a lot of touches of gold in this journal. When you turn the page, this is a flip, and there is a pocket. And I am so sorry, I forgot to mention, there are these angels, oh my gosh, she's a new designer to me, and I will put her in the description box below. I'm very sorry, I can't remember the name of her shop, but I've got some of these gorgeous painted looking angels in here. So I stenciled the back of this flip and then just kind of tucked her in there. More paper from Nicola, and then just some dotted tea-dyed paper, and I added some kind of a gold, not a shiny gold, just gold in color, sari silk. So as I go through here, I'm just going to kind of just flip through, because there's nothing on the pages, so you can just see how gorgeous the images are. These are from Lydia at Raindrop Lila, and then when you turn this over, there is a pocket. It's handmade paper, and it has been embossed, and I just kind of tore it and made a pocket out of it. There is some French vintage book page back in the back. And then I did another tall tag. I took a piece of velvet trim and embossed it. This is actually a page from one of my tall and skinny kits, and I just used that as the background. And then this was a journal card, I believe, in one of Nicola's kits, and I added a little bit of that glitter cardstock underneath and kind of cut it with those decorative scissors to give it a pretty little edge. Put that in there. And then there's just a flip here. Let's go. Raindrop Lila, Raindrop Lila, Raindrop Lila. She's beautiful kits, angel kits. Just some tea-dyed, tea-stained paper. Raindrop Lila. And then I've put some lace on the edge. And this is just some lace-stained, tea-stained, coffee-stained paper. On this page, I have a top pocket, and I've didn't put anything in this one, but you can see it's a pocket. And then this beautiful piece of lace from Nery's Laces, and I will put her link also in the description box below. And don't forget, if you mention my name when you go to her store, she gives you a beautiful little gift in your order, if you order from her. These are the backgrounds from Raindrop Lila. There's some more of that really pretty pale pink. It's like avocado stained. I don't know if it is. I bought it from a store on Etsy a while back, and I'm sorry I don't remember who it was. And just some rose gold splatters. Here I did add an envelope flip, just putting it so it's not too glary. So that just opens, so there's room for journaling and whatever. I did add a piece of antique German Bible page here. And then in the envelope, I created this tag, and there's some more of that gold paper that I embossed. And I did antique. When I embossed them, they looked too new, so I antiqued the embossed gold pieces that I've used. And then just some of that glitter cardstock for a tab. That's the background. And I just collaged the front of the envelope. So when you turn the page, this tuck right here was the flap on this envelope, and I just covered it with this image from one of Nicola's kits and then tucked a tag in there. This is just some more writing, lined writing paper, some of my stain dyed paper, and some really pretty pink sari that I've ruffled, put on the edge. On this page, let me take this, I have one of those little tiny clips. This is from Nicola's kits, and it was an envelope, and I cut it all off except this flap, and just used that to fold over the edge of this bag. So there is writing room on the back, or it can be used however somebody wants to use it. Let me clip that back on, or my tag on the other side is going to fall off. So this is a paper bag that I folded in half, and then I've tucked a tag, tucked two tags on the inside of the bag. Then on this side, the flap from this envelope, the clip helps make that a little tuck, and I've stuck another tab in there, and then this is just some of my stained paper. On this page, I just clipped on an envelope, and there's nothing in it. But I have stenciled the inside. This is just a page from an embroidery pattern book I have. It's not vintage. It's just something I've had for about 20 years. I found it and thought, I should use it. So then when you turn over, the flap of this envelope can be a little tuck spot if someone wishes. So this is the back of the center of the signature. It is a pretty heavy-duty cardstock, so this flap, I folded it over, but this flap could actually be cut off if someone found it to be too much. And then when you turn the page, there's actually another set of images on top of this center page, and the backs of these two images are blank. I will show you, take this clip off. So there is a place to journal. And these images are from Nicola at the Paper Cameo, both this page and this page. Some more of that washi tape and that embroidery pattern. Then we've got another paper bag, and what I did here was I made a belly band. I fussy cut this angel out of one of Lydia's pages. And I was going to use it on a page as a tuck, but I decided that I wanted whoever gets this journal to have the option to do whatever they want with this angel. Use it as a tuck or tuck it in something. So this is a belly band, and I just slipped her right behind the belly band. And then this is another paper bag with opening at the top. Yes, opening at the top. And then this is just some pleated crepe paper that I coffee stained, and then I just wiped some gold paint over it, like with my finger. Just to, again, I just wanted touches of gold in this journal. This paper bag, when you fold it over to this side, this slips out of the bag. This flips open, so there is, and I've stenciled it, so there's writing room here. And then this flips up, and there's more writing room on the inside, and there's writing room on the back. And you can see the back of the envelope that I used. This back section tucks right in the bag. So basically it's a flip up. Oops. It's a flip up. Some more of my dyed paper, and then here's some of that ruffled crepe paper that I just tea stained, coffee stained. And then here is another pocket and some more of that pretty bronzy goldy lace. And then I just slipped a really pretty tag inside. I think that's from Paper Cameo. I know you go in there. It's like a child acting out when mom gets on the telephone. Okay. I have to turn around. I just, there are hinges on there, so I knew it went in. I just was at a bad angle. I'm sorry for that. This is another sheet of lined, stained paper, and it just folds out. Some more coffee stained paper. Another page from Lydia's kit, one of Lydia's kits, as are these. When you turn this page over, I have a little tuck, and this is some of that gold embossed paper that I antiqued. And then this is another envelope from the Paper Cameo. I've left it unglued and open, so it could be a writing spot. And just tuck that in there. And then I did make this pocket. I hand stitched. I have some silver. I don't know if it shows up here, but I had some silver glittery thread, so I just did a running stitch up the side of the pocket, and then I just did a little cross stitch here on the fold. And then here's another one of those beautiful painted angels. And then there's that page that's just a piece of Nery's lace. So pretty. I have a lace edge here. And another pocket. This is some embossed wallpaper. I think you can see it. And inside, I collaged another tag with one of these angel images and some more of that German Bible page in that gold paper, and just some script paper behind it. And then this is from one of my tall skinny kits. I'm sorry, I can't remember which one right now. And it's just a policy envelope. And then I just tucked a tag inside. Now that one I got to go back in. Nice pretty rose on here on the back. And just add one of Mrs. Cogg's quotes on the bottom with some little bit of fabric you'll see on the back page that I used. I used a little fringy area that I liked. Excuse me. Here's another little flippy page and another quote in this little pocket. And then I did a lace pocket and I backed the lace with tracing paper just to make it, this was a real thin lace, so just to make anything go in there easier. And then I collaged one more tag with some embossed paper and another one of the angel images. And it's hard to see on this, but I think there you can see it's embossed. And then another one of Mrs. Cogg's Angel Quotes is the name of her kit. This is just some brown wrapping paper. Some more of that pink sari ribbon. And then this is the back page. Excuse me. I had fun with this. I was inspired by Heather at Rose Hill Paper Cottage. And I just kind of put my own little spin on it. Excuse me. It's just got a gold ribbon holding it closed. And it is attached. It's attached underneath. It is a belly band. So I've made a tall tag out of one of Nicola's backgrounds. And then I've kind of, this was a very large, it came out of a larger hymnal, and I didn't want to take it apart, so I added some gold washi tape and then just folded it. Apparently very funky fold. So that it would fit behind the belly band. And then on the top of this is a flip. I did another one of those. This is more of that embossed gold paper that I antiqued, or cardstock. I keep saying paper. It's a light cardstock. And I just made a tab out of it. So this flips up. And then here is a little lace pocket. And I just tucked a little image in there of Mother Mary, Baby Jesus, and the angels. So when you flip this up, then, excuse me, what I have here are just some scraps of different papers and some of that gold ribbon, the Bible book page from a hymnal, just some vintage brown paper, some vintage manila kind of paper, some of that embossed wallpaper. And what I did was I put this lace over the top of all the papers and stapled them, and then I took this last page and I just ran a bead of glue across the top. So it's in there permanently, but these could be absolutely ripped out, and this could be taken off and replaced with something else. And then I made a tab out of that pretty gold paper that I have used on the front of the journal. And so when you flip that up, I have another little pocket here, and I just did some decorative punching on the bottom and tuck that into this pocket. And then I have some like little netted chiffon roses that I just laid on the bottom of this. So I don't know if I can That's the best I can do on camera. This is a fabric that I've covered the whole back with. You don't see it as much on the front page as you do on the back page. And then we're back to the back of the journal. Now, what I did was I've gathered up just some different sari silk, and I'm not going to untie this because then I won't get it back together. Some sari silk and some seam binding, some of that gold ribbon, and I've just am tucking that in this bag with the other little goodies I have. So just something to play with in the journal. And then in the bag, let me pull all this out. First of all, this beautiful lace stained bag. I love this. It's just beautiful. So in the bag I have, now these were all like images when I initially started this journal, and I was going to decorate it a lot and then change my mind. So these items were the items that I had pulled out to put in this journal. Excuse me. And now I'm just going to send them along in this bag. But there's some little doilies. That's a little doily I die cut out of some dress pattern paper. And then these were, I don't know, they were square or rectangle, and I put them in my die cutting machine and just changed the shape. Let me sandwich those there so they're safe. And then on this angel, I embossed, well, I took some gold paint and painted her halo, and then I have some gold embossing powder and used that with an embossing pen around the edge of her halo, so there's a little glitter there. And then these are just all angel images. So that's a lot of fun images to play with. I will put them back together later. And then this is just a vintage French. I never have figured out what it is. I got a little package of them. It's some kind of payment. I was looking for a date. 1954. It's 1954. So I'm assuming, because it says payment, that it's about some kind of payment. Maybe it's a tax or something. I've included some of my watercolor doodles. Here is French book page, vintage book page, French. This is the antique German, from the antique German Bible that I have. I'm assuming it's German. Just looking at it, I'm just assuming it's German. I could be wrong. And then this is just another vintage book page that looks like it's German. This is a very interesting book I just recently found at an antique store. It's dated 1905, and it's a book on business handwriting. So it's all kinds of handwriting exercises. In fact, I recognized some of the handwriting exercises from when I was a child in grade school. And it was like a document bound. It flipped this way rather than this way, and the binding was just in two spots, here and here. And then on the back there's some more of this writing lesson. I just thought that was so cool. This is some more of that German Bible page. That should go with this one. And then this is another, this, I don't even know the age on this. This is, again, this is not German, it's English, but when I look at the font that is used, I really want to think it's from the 1700s. I don't know if you can see it, but that word right there is the word should, but you see how it's spelled? Like it has an F in front of it. And I believe that that came from, that they were writing or spelling like that back in the 1700s. So I'm not a historian, nor am I an expert on old books. It's just my guess. So if you find out differently and it's something very interesting, let me know. And then this is from a vintage embroidery magazine. This is from my antique French book, rag paper, lovely rag paper. And then I think it was last year at a thrift store, I found a box of these old time cards, and they're really tall. I think they're like 12 inches. No, probably 10 3/4, something like that. And it was a huge box. I think there's 1,000 in there, but it was next to nothing for cost. And I thought, well, those would make great tags. They could be cut up, and so I use them a lot as a base of tags. And so what I did was, in this, I included, there's about a half a dozen here. I'm including those in the bag so that someone, whoever gets this journal, can play with these and make tags or journal cards if they like. They're very sturdy, like a heavy-duty manila folder. And then this is a vintage glassine envelope, and I added just a little piece of washi tape here. I'm not going to take everything out, but I did want to show you. I had fussy cut these faux wax seals out of one of Nicola's kits, and so I stuck the ones that I fussy cut in there, and then I also just stuck in Mrs. Coggs the quotes that I had cut out, and there's a couple of different sizes. See, here's a bigger one. So I tucked all that into this little envelope and sealed that with the washi tape. So all of these little goodies are going to be in this bag, along with these ribbons, along with this journal. And I just love this button. So I am working on a new project, or I'm getting ready to start a new project, and I will see you again when that project's ready. So, toodaloo.